Good morning, kids. Welcome to Chapter 11. This is 11.1, Volume of Prisms and Cylinders. So Chapter 11 is all about volume. You can see there what volume is. Volume is basically the amount of space inside a shape. So all the same shapes we've worked with for Chapter 10, we're going to do again in Chapter 11, except now we are looking at the inside instead of the outside. If you look on Schoology, there is a Chapter 11 formula sheet. I suggest you have that open and ready to go with all of your worksheets that you're going to be working on in this chapter. Let's get started. So today we're talking about prisms and cylinders. All prisms, you'll use the same formula. That formula is B times H, where B is the area of the base and H is the height of the figure. For rectangular prisms, you can use a special formula, which is length times width times height. It's the same formula. It just so happens that B is length times width. And for cubes, you could use another special formula. But again, it's the same formula. It's B times H. It just so happens that B is side squared and H is also S. So that's how we get S cubed for that. For a cylinder, it's again the same formula. It's still B times H. Just so happens that B is a circle, so we use pi r squared for that. So let's take a look at a few problems. Here we have a rectangular prism. Our formula is BH, or length times width times height. Doesn't really matter which number is which. I'm going to use 13 for L, 3 for W, and 5 for H. And if you have your calculators handy, you can type that into your calculator. And also, just so you know, volume is always cubic units because we use 3 dimensions for it. Our answer should be 195 cubic centimeters. Second one, don't let the fact that the cylinder is slanted scare you. It's the same formula. BH, or in this case, pi r squared H. R here is 9. H is 14. So typing in everything but the pi gives us 1,134 pi cubic inches. And it also says to give the rounded answer, so just multiply that by pi. And we get 3,562.56, which is just 0.6, you round to the nearest tenth, cubic inches. Next one's a cube. So again, same formula, B times H. But in this case, it's also S cubed. So 15 times 15 times 15, or 15 cubed. And we get our answer of 3,375 cubic inches. Number 4, I went ahead and drew this picture early, just so you can kind of see it. You do not need the picture to do it, but just wanted to show you what it looked like. So we have a height of 9. Remember, height just means it's a distance between the bases. And the right triangle has legs of 7 and 5. Doesn't really matter which one's which, as long as the 2 legs are 7 and 5. So same formula, B times H. So for this one, B is a triangle, so it's base times height over 2. So 5 times 7 over 2. That would equal 17.5. So now our volume is 17.5 times 9. And that gives us an answer of 157.5 cubic yards. Example 5 is a hexagonal prism. Same formula, BH. This one for B, we're going to use AP over 2. We already know the perimeter. One side is 9, and there's 6 sides. So our perimeter is just 9 times 6. 54. To get the apothem, we'll draw in our little triangle here. Remember, this is half a side, so 4.5. This is our apothem. To get our angle, we do 360 over 6, and then cut that in half. So our angle is 30. Tangent 30 equals 4.5 over apothem. Apothem equals 4.5 over tangent 30. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode as always. And our apothem is approximately 7.7942. So now our base is going to be 7.7942 times 54 over 2. And our final answer for that is 210.444. So finally take that, put it into our volume formula. The height is 12, so multiply that by 12. And our final volume is 2,525.3 cubic feet. All right, example 6. We got a cylinder. No need to draw it. We have everything we need here. We have the diameter is 16, which means the radius is 8. And we have the height is 17. So volume equals BH, or in this case, pi r squared h. So pi 8 squared times 17. And that gives us an answer of 1,088 pi cubic inches. Or if we wanted that rounded to the nearest tenth, 3,418.1 cubic inches. Example 7. This one looks a little confusing, but it's not. It's just two prisms on top of each other. So the lower one we have a rectangular prism, and the upper one we have a triangular prism, which happens to be equilateral, because this is 8 and this is 8, making this an equilateral triangle. So I'm going to do this one as prism 1 and this one as prism 2. Prism 1's volume, BH, as always. B is side squared root 3 over 4. So B is 8 squared root 3 over 4. And that's an answer of 27.7-ish. The height of the figure is just the line that connects our bases together. So our height is 5. So for our first prism, we have 27.7128 times 5. That's 138.564. We'll save that for later. Now let's do prism 2, which is much easier. Again, BH. In this case, B is just a rectangle, so we can use 8 times 4 and then times 5. Doesn't matter what order they are in as long as they're all there. Prism 2 is 160. Add our two prisms together, and our total volume is 298.6 cubic centimeters. The last 2 slides are practice. I just have the answers here written down for you. If you want to try these 4 problems, copy down the answers and see if you can get the 4 answers correct. I will also be posting a worksheet for you to work on. That'll be due by Tuesday night at midnight. So you have 2 days to watch this video and do the worksheet and submit that. And I will see you back here on Wednesday for 11.2.